Good morning, everybody. My name is Nida Sayed, and today we're going to talk about image of children. Before getting into the presentation, let's talk about children and childhood. Childhood is a phase of tremendous growth and development across every aspect of life. It is a period of time when children develop their personality, their likes, dislikes, sometimes develop their goals and ambitions. My father always said to me, children are like empty vessels. Whatever you fill them with, that's what you're gonna shape the child to be in. In our worldview, our children are seen to be a divine gift of our Creator. Our children and their families, their social and physical environment must be nurtured together. With the same thought, let's get into the presentation. What does image of the child means? The concept of image of the child was first introduced by Loris Malaguzzi, the founder of Reggio Emilia School in Italy. The image of child is a cultural, social, political convention that makes it possible to recognize certain qualities and potential in children. It also makes it possible to construct expectations and context that gives values to such qualities and potential or to neglect them. An educator image of the an educator's image of the child influence their interactions with children, families, and underpin the decision they make about the learning environment. If educators believe that children are independent and can make choices, the learning environment will provide children with opportunities to explore and make their own decisions. Alternatively, if an educator believes that children are not capable of making decisions, then they will often choose activities for children and plan activities and schedules that are based on a timetable that is more suited to adults than the need and preferences of the children. What we believe about children becomes the determining factors in defining their social and ethical identity and educational and life context offered to them. Exploring values. Values are deeply held personal convictions or truths. Each is unique and influenced by their own childhood experiences, family background, spiritual and cultural beliefs. Also, it is shaped by experiences of an adult as an educator or as a children or a personality or our temperament. You may feel strong about some values more than others, and you may need to examine elements of bias as you explore your values. Values are defining factors in the development of our own image of child. Identifying your values about children allows you to create a value statement which provides a lens through which you view your classroom practices. Let's use the following self-reflection exercise to determine your values with regards to children. Looking at the list on the slide, choose 5 traits you value the most in children you teach, and there is no wrong or right answers. Next, for the 5 traits you selected, think about what each means to you in terms of teaching relationship with children. Then create a guiding statement which captures these values and describe their meaning for you. Keep this statement close to you as you complete the EDI. It will it will become a valuable lens through which you can view children you are working with. Taking time to reflect personally and with your colleagues is an important step. Reflecting on and becoming more aware of our values and beliefs help us to gain a deeper understanding of our practices and equips us with generating responsive practices. Sharing your values and beliefs with colleagues can help to build a deeper understanding of one another and build and articulate and collect image of children for certain community. My image of the child is influenced by my experience, which are similar to the 3 different approaches, which is Reggio Emilia approach, project approach, and traditional model approach, and EVALA. I believe children have unlimited potential. Children are eager to interact and contribute to the world. Children have fundamental rights, and they have the rights to expand their potential. Children are driven by curiosity and imagination. Children are capable of and and taking responsibilities of their own learning. Children have an enormous needs to be loved and to be loved. Um, Implication on beliefs and pedagogical practices. The child's image has altered the way through which learning should not happen the same way, nor does teaching. Each individual is different. Our activities are culturally and contextually positioned as social and constructivist, and thus shift for each and every child and families. Educators should focus on their children's pictures and their viewpoints, influencing their choices that teachers make every day in their classrooms. Critical theory. Children are born with rights. Children have agency, which means they have the capacity to make decisions and choices about their learning, social transformation, and support through education for a more just or for more responsiveness to children's rights, ideas, and interests, strengths, and culture. Collaborative decision making, where parents, children, and educators talk together, plan and reflect and evaluate and assess. Encouraging creativity, institution, and imagination in educators and children. Ideas for experiences and learning opportunities arise from children and their families' interest, curiosity, culture, and all learning is relevant and meaningful to children. So let's talk about current image of children. So the above image shows the aggression between two children, and this image is about power relation and noise and control. The child has more power in bullying and other one who is weaker and submissive in the case. In other case, power relation might be built by appropriating relative forces. Balance of relative forces. Children may use his power to teach other children to refrain from becoming dominant over him. Power relation in terms of argumentation, saying children may act by each other's side to enhance the power of both. For instance, when playing outside, siblings may save each other from rivals. This is about the matter of selective actions. This relationship is developed This relationship is developed and is pursuit of a better life. Attaining a good chances and finding more opportunities with positive affirmation and transformation is learned. However, destruction with negotiation negative power relation may also be seen. The image shows that children are at the most vulnerable stage of learning and development. For the vulnerable children, the educators need to develop more comprehensive, rounded, and accurate understanding. Dealing with the vulnerability is often difficult, and teacher has to struggle a lot again and again until the outcome and response is positive. For example, the educator may need to repeat the question again and again during a single communication process. This image shows children's agency. The above image is about learning experiences that happens in early childhood service. It shows that the period of early childhood education that has host early this is a period where children are given learning experiences that challenges them to prepare for their future life and education. It is childhood that shapes the future of the children. It is important to provide them with quality education and experiences. The respect and tolerance factor is much important in shaping children for their future, because in this way the knowledge would enhance and their point of view will keep changing till they are satisfied with their point of view about the world. Thank you. These are some references you can refer to. Thank you so much. Have a good day, everybody.